everyone. Welcome to our Tech Insider update for February 2022. Appreciate everybody who's attending. Those who've attended this many times, welcome, and those who are new, we're glad you're here with us.
This has been a really exciting quarter for Power BI, so let's get right into it. Here are just some high-level updates. You can see that we've had a Power BI REST API update that allows admins in Power BI to manage subscriptions to reports and other assets inside of Power BI service. Deployment pipelines can now do even more. Direct Query now supports Power BI datasets and Azure analysis services. And there are hybrid tables, which are now in preview. More on that later. New visualizations are also available, which include Sparklines, scorecards. We've got a new formatting pane and a really exciting feature, quick create functionality in Power Apps, and Dynamics 365 is in preview. So let's dive a little more into deployment pipelines. So deployment pipelines have been around for a little while. You've been able to have a dev, test, and production workspace where you could move reports and data sets in between pretty easily. Data flows, however, weren't able to be moved between those workspaces yet. Data flows now can be moved between all the different workspaces in a deployment pipeline. And that includes data flows that are in a series. So one data flow that links to another data flow that links to another data flow. You can move all those data flows in between pipelines. Now remember, deployment pipelines are premium only. But if you need to manage, do ALM, application lifecycle management for your Power BI, this is a great option. And now it's even more functional. Moving on to the quick create in Power Apps and Dynamics 365, you can enable this with the in the Power Apps Maker portal. An admin will need to do that. But what it allows you to do when it is enabled is in the command bar, you can add this little red box where it says visualize this view. So on a view, you can click that and it will automatically generate a Power BI report in a window for you based on the data that is in that view. And that view can then be edited. It'll guess which fields you want to go where, and then if there are fields you want to add, you can click and drag those fields into this Power BI report. Now, a few things to note while this is in preview, the Power BI report that's built is temporary. It's not going to be able to be shared. It's not going to be saved. It just gets created and then it lasts for about an hour and then it times out and resets. They're looking to the future to being able to allow you to share it and more functionality like that. But for now, you can just click on it and get a view of what it's going to look like so you can gain some quick insights from the views in your data inside of Power Apps and inside of Dynamics 365 as a whole. Moving on, we've got Sparklines are now available inside of tables, table visualizations in Power BI. So you can see here, we've got a Sparkline, gross sales by date. It's just a mini chart that allows you to see trends, large amounts of trends with a tabular-based visualization. This can allow you to highlight maximum values, minimum values, so you can see quickly what the trends are amongst all of this different data instead of trying to spread that on a line chart where it might get messy. So the way you do this is in a table visualization, you click the drop down on one of your fields, hit add Sparkline, select the x-axis, which is usually a date period, and the Sparkline is added. Next, probably the most exciting update for those of you that use premium is hybrid tables. So Power BI has always had this dichotomy of import mode, which is super high performance, and direct query mode, which has fresh data, but performance usually suffers. And hybrid tables now are able to leverage both of those storage modes in Power BI, where you can import most of your data, the data, say, from 5 days ago back from a few years, kind of like incremental refresh, but then you can also direct query the most recent data, maybe the last day of data or the last hour, whatever period you need. And then it organizes it into a couple different partitions. That way you can have fresh data and really performant data all in one. And so you set this up very similar to incremental refresh. Then you add a button to use direct query to query the most recent data. And we can actually see that in a little demo video here. So I've got a SQL query, and I run the SQL query, it adds rows to the table, and in a few seconds, you can see right there, it updated just like that, the visualization. How cool is that? And now you have near real-time data in your report. So I ran it again. Now I'm going to delete the rows. You delete the rows and they're gone. The visualization updates instantly. This is huge and will allow you to have really performant and real-time data inside of Power BI. Now, I want to reiterate that this is a premium only feature right now. So for those of you that have premium per user or premium capacity, you go try it out. It's super fun. And just that kind of concludes the big level updates. I just want to remind you that we do offer Power BI classes in order to dive in more into the fundamentals, into DAX, visualization, modeling, anything you might need. We offer that. And also we have Power Apps courses as well. So please give us a call. Let us know if you need to look into that and want more.